Hello, this is a prepaid debit call from an inmate at the El Paso County Criminal Justice Center.
I'm very like fashion. 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 I'm very like fashion.
These ninjas keep coming in my room and they force me to braid my hair and join the Mexican Mafia, but I don't want to be in there, but they have me put my hair in like 1,000 braids and they wouldn't leave my room. So,
we live a life.
I ate 2 bags of Jolly Ranchers. Okay, bye.
Hello. How is everybody? It's good to see y'all. Hold on. I need to fix this desk. It's not the way I like it. And make some adjustments. Anyway, hi everybody. How are you? It's so good to have you all here. Thank you for being here. Let me say hi to some people before I bring our girl Allie up. Hold on, let me scroll. I see Sexy Wild Thing, McLovin, freaking Papa Elvis Claus, Nadine, my boo, Nana Banana, MK Lynn, B Crumbs, Neat Noodle, Karen, Mia, Michelle, Debbie Doodles, Grandma CC, Kathy R, Nana Banana. I think I said that already, but that's all right. Natasha, good to see you. Hey, Lynn, Michelle L, A Million Sparkles. See, I said hi to them. Preschool Granny. Hello. Thank you guys all for being here. I appreciate it. Chase, hey, what's up? Let's see. Angela, Kim, Beach Lover, Hummingbird Watcher. I love a hummingbird. Preschool Granny, Crime Crochet and Coffee, Cerebellum. I love that name. Sky Flash, Becky P. You know who I haven't seen in a minute? Pinche Becky. Hey, Zekia's mama. Debbie Doodles, Ryan, Nature Rocks Vanessa, Mayla's mom. Hello, Little White Crow. Hello, hello, Keith W. Long Underdew. Little Red. Kimberly Wells. Hi, you guys. Good to see everybody. Hey, Petunia. Okay, I think I said hi to all of you guys. Hi, Teacup Kraken. How you doing? Hey, Tiffany. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, it was definitely not intentional. Sometimes the scrolling isn't so good. Blue, Ash, Scott. I think I'm good. Riley. Let's see. I think I did it. Woohoo, Kathy Fower. All right. It's good to see everyone. I'm so glad you guys are here. All right. So for tonight, oh Lordy B, we have more Letecia, more lies. So tonight we're going to start with May 6th, and we're going to have 2 calls from May 6th and 2 calls from May 8th. These are all long calls. So give me just 1 minute to let me add Allie to the stream. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. About the same as I was when we last left off. You know, Letecia, she'd be doing it to me, getting on my nerves.
Yeah, I know. Mine too. So let me just say that I can't get I don't know what's going on with this StreamYard app. It will not connect to YouTube, so it won't let me chat. So occasionally I might pull up on my phone the YouTube app and try to join chat, but it's hard because then it starts to turn the audio off from the StreamYard and try to play the stream. So it just so you guys know, I can't chat, but I am watching you guys. And the other thing I want to say is Crime Crochet and Coffee put an update on the puppy just now. She said, hold on.
Let me see. Let me scroll up. See if I can find
it's
it.
at 9:08, and it says, I have an Apple Sassy Pants update. She took 3 little steps today and she can set up by herself.
Oh, that's amazing. Good. I'm so glad. I am so glad. Yay. Little sassy Apple Sassy Pants. Little girl.
She's a little fighter.
Good. That's what we like around these parts. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear the ridiculousness? I'm not succumbing to your emotional terrorism, Mac, because as soon as I open the door and I close it, it's a trap, y'all. This is full Admiral Akbar. It's a trap from Star Wars. Oh my gosh. Because what he wants me to do is he wants me to open the door. He wants me to invite him in. Then he wants me to be a sucker and close the door so that then he can meow from this side of the door. I'm not playing your reindeer game, sir. You could just sit right where you're at. I'm playing with
Mac,
you today.
get it together. Golly. We got things to do, Mac.
Right. We have business, Mac. I'm about the business today, sir. I can't be playing with you.
Yes. The whole chat is just like, you guys are just the best, because the whole entire chat is just so happy to hear about the puppy. And it's just, I love it. It's so cool.
Yes. And I was going to say something about that. Whenever I get it's interesting because there'll be times when I take a little break from the YouTubes. We all know it. I have to sometimes. And it's usually when I'm seeing things, around the streets that are really frustrating me and kind of get me into this, man, I can't people at all. The irony of that is actually and it makes me not want to go live. But the irony of that is the fact that when I do go live, you guys are the absolute antithesis of that. And I actually feel better when I come live and I talk to you guys. And even though
so true.
I know that, but for whatever reason, on some level, I continue to forget that. And I want to say another thing, you guys. Okay. So I received an email with an update. Apparently, let me just read you this update. Un momentito, por favor. Also, I got a new to me phone. Did I tell you guys about this? It is an iPhone. I cannot believe that I waited this long to have one, but I did. I'm very, very happy with it. And I decided that I would take something that I learned from the Murdoch trial and use a 6-digit code, because I know it takes them like 411 billion years to crack one of them. So that's
Yes.
what I
Oh
decided to
my
do.
gosh.
Okay, so
Yes.
this is from Gypsy. There's a Gypsy update, you guys. Are y'all ready? I know y'all are all going to be shocked about
Yes.
this. Here we
So
go.
ready. And I love you guys too in the chat. We both love you guys. Lots of love in the chat. I just want to say I love you guys too. And I know Bindi does too. And yeah,
I
go
love
ahead,
all
Jen.
of you
Sorry.
guys. I do. And I'm so grateful to have all of you in my life. And I need to make when I feel like, when I'm bummed, I need to come actually make myself go live, because I always feel better after I talk to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
People have been asking what is going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation, and I moved in with my parents' home down the bayou. I have the support of my family and friends to help guide me through this. I am learning to listen to my heart. Right now, I need time to let myself find who I am. And the D is not fire. Fuck off, Gypsy. Look, here's the deal, okay? I'm just going to put it how it is, all right? I think anybody who has 2 functioning brain cells that are not arguing could have seen this coming, okay? From the minute Lifetime released that teaser for their next show with her and Ryan, and they're in that hotel room, and he is coming closer to her because he trying to, it's about to be Marvin Gaye. Let's get it on up in there, right? And Gypsy's face, the face that she makes looking at Ryan, is the face that I make when I see eggs. Absolute, total disgust. And I think anybody that was paying attention to all of their really awkward interviews, and what did I tell you guys when she busted out with the whole, that D is fire, y'all can't bring me down, haters. Remember what did I tell you about that? No woman who actually has a D that is fire tells everybody the D is fire. It's one of those things.
Yeah, that's weird.
It's like being cool. When you're cool, you just know you're cool. You don't got to go around announcing it to everybody. It's like announcing that you're smart. Okay? If you're smart, people will figure it the fuck out that you're smart. You don't have to tell people you're smart. You know what I mean? That's how I've been seeing about it. That's how I feel about it. It is what it is. So there you go.
That is absolutely true. I don't know. I never noticed that she was looking at him any kind of way. I'm not surprised that this has happened, but I guess part of me is, because it was so fast. But I don't really follow Gypsy like that. I was very interested in like her release, and that was more of like the public's reaction of it or whatever. But I follow it through you.
I am still quite. I'm looking forward to. I need to reach out to Checkmate Humanity Lynn, because there's something I want to do with that. That's another side quest. I have a lot of side quests I'm on, you guys. But look, I'm not surprised they're not together. And I want to make this very clear. Me being not surprised that they're not together doesn't mean that I wish ill. I don't wish ill on anybody. I don't need to do. I'm not that kind of a person. Whatever the universe decides other people deserve, that my name is Paul, and that's between y'all. I don't be trifling in the universe's business, because when you do that, then you interfere in the universe's business, which then puts you in the path of whatever plan the universe has. And sometimes that is not a good plan, so you ain't want to be in that path. That's why I just stay out of it. I'm just, I don't want anything bad for her. I don't wish any negativity on her. I was really hoping that she still has time. She just hasn't done it yet. That she would choose to do something different. I was really hopeful that she would sort of get released out of prison and really like be chill and not be all public about it, because I think that it would have given her a better opportunity to get acclimated and adjusted. But she chose differently, and that's what it is. And whatever happens now happens. And I will, I'll just report on it. It is what it is. And if, that's how I feel about it. That's just, I don't have a whole lot of patience for the bullshit. And I feel like there's been a lot of bullshit, and that's just how I feel. So, I hope that she's happy, and I hope that she makes, I hope she does something good with her freedom. She got a huge chance, a huge break. I don't know that other people who have been in similar shoes to hers have gotten that kind of a break. And I hope she makes the most of it. And that's how I feel about it. So it is what it is. So, I want chicken shite. I wonder what Gypsy dancing at the club would look like.
Like Letecia.
Probably like
video you
Letecia, much, or like Elaine from Seinfeld. Probably a lot like that. Something leads me to believe she's not rhythmically inclined, as it were. All right, so here we are back with our old pal Tisha Lynn. Now, remember when we left off, she had told Amy L, now listen, if you don't hear from me for a couple of days, I'm sorry. And boom, here it is 2 days later. And she talks to Harley, and then she talks to Amy L. Okay. So here we go. Are you ready, Allie?
I'm ready. I am ready.
All right, here we go. Let me put the closed captions on. I mean, we're braced as braced can be.
Bieber. Okay.
Is Bieber in here? Hey, Bieber.
She sure is.
Huh, Bieber.
All right. Elaine's dance is fire.
Right. We're just this is where I stopped it, and I don't know why I stopped it for right here. For whatever reason, we're just going to start where I stopped. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Make me realize that it was nice to meet her, and I really appreciate all her help. Okay.
I will. Please just take some time to yourself today, and like I said, decompress. Okay.
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 You have 1 minute remaining. Thank you for using Global Telink.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
I can hardly walk, but I'm good.
What do you mean?
The people on transport, they always, every time I'm transported, they cause a problem for nothing. It's to transport people, and I can't even hardly put any weight on my right leg. I just hop down the stairs on one leg. They're stupid.
What do they do to you?
I can't. They sit there and make you go on your knees at court and pull that chain. I tell them that's metal. And so when they did it and pulled, my knee popped. And then I got back here and I was trying to I got ready to walk down. And then it started hurting more by the time I lay down and went to sleep last night. It was pretty bad, but I'm not telling them that. They know, but there's nothing to say but just pray for them because, they think they have all power and authority, but they don't. So I just pray for them,
Yeah. Did you see that I put the money on your account?
Oh, you did? Okay. Did you get it from Evertus?
Yeah, I did, $150.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Yeah, they forgot to bring. They forgot to bring everybody battery. Go ahead.
I got a second job. Guess where I'm working?
You got what?
I'm a server. Guess where I'm serving?
Where?
Soho.
What? No way.
Yeah, and literally the tips that I get, 20% gratuities added to every. So I'm going to be making so much money.
Wait, I thought you said, but you're still at New Wave, right?
Yeah, I work at New Wave and then I work at Soho.
Well, you need to be putting money up. Because, when the seat is good money right now.
That's on.
Season, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have to save $3,000 for next semester at school, so.
You got to pay $3,000 next semester.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get like $3,500 from financial aid, and then I think they're gonna give me extra $1,000. So maybe I only have to do $2,000, but I'm just gonna save as much as I can.
I don't understand why so the rates went up, but the FAFSA money didn't go up.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's just not making any sense. I mean, that's way above poverty levels that they're assigned to FAFSA.
Yeah,
way
I know.
below.
Crazy.
I mean, that means everybody's having to pay for it because that's like, man, that's 300% poverty level. I mean, that's, God knows. The rates are extremely high.
I know.
And
yeah.
see, they're trying to raise everything. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm so mad. I ended my math class with a B.
Oh, what?
And literally,
literally
every single test. So my first test, I got a 92. My second test,
yeah, I get 10 before.
Yeah. So my first test, I made a 92. Can you hear me?
Yeah, your first test you made a 90.
Hello. My first test I made 92. Then I made a 98. And then I made 100. And then my very last test that I took today, I got a 70, and it brought my grade down to a B.
Oh, no.
Maybe
is it a 10-point scale or a 6-point
every single
scale?
test? It's a 10-point scale.
Dang, so that dropped you to the 80-something?
Yeah.
Dang.
But, I mean, still a good grade, so whatever.
What was the 80? 80
I'm
what?
not that mad about it. Huh?
What was the 80 what? What was the final that you had 80 what?
88.
Dang. I don't understand. The 70, did you just not get that section?
I don't really know. I don't know what happened. What happened is this one time I was being like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. So I didn't do extra practice with every single other test. I did extra practice. And that's how I did so good. I didn't do extra practice, so it's kind of my fault.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But my other classes, I don't know my final grade is yet because it's not done yet. Done with.
Oh, sorry, my leg was hurting for a minute.
It's
What is
okay.
Sadie doing? Huh?
What I did today is I put a bench in front of my window, so she can see out the window. And she's like in love with it. She just sits there all day and stares. And this bird flew by, and she tried to like chase the bird through the window. It was so funny.
She's gonna break her head going through the window.
I know. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Alrighty. I was seeing how you were doing. They gave me a new attorney.
I know. My lawyer told me.
Oh, did he? Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, he said that. I don't know if I can say on the phone.
Well, I'm not having that hearing, so. And I'm getting a new attorney. I already knew it yesterday. I just guess they don't say the person's name until Monday, but no, do what you're supposed to do. Keep doing what you're supposed to do with your attorney, You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's what he's there for. Most importantly, do what God says,
Yeah.
I don't understand why you can't get some of your stuff back. That doesn't make any sense to me still, but whatever, God will find a way to replace.
He said that Yeah, he said that Albert dropped off some of my stuff in his office, and it has like your diploma and like some of your softball plaques and like pictures and stuff. So, and Brenda is gonna buy a storage out there that we can put the stuff in because we can't ship it because there's some of my bins. I guess I have some bins too or something. And he said it'd probably be like $600 to ship all the stuff that I have. So
Yeah.
she said she's gonna get a storage and have someone bring it there or something. So
Yeah. Huh. But your lawyer did not talk to him other than that, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it was just that Albert had sent a message. Yeah, Albert had sent a message about that he has some of my stuff, so he needs to either we need to get it or he's going to throw it away. So so my attorney told him just to bring it to his office.
Okay. Yeah, because he's ignorant, so and your attorney says to protect you. So I mean, I'm sure your attorney did that. I just wanted to make sure,
Yeah.
Because you know how Albert is. He's a narcissist, so he'll try to convince.
Yeah, he was calling Albert. He was calling Albert all these names because he like lied and he said that he had tried to talk to him, he didn't answer, and then my attorney was like, he's such a freaking, and then he started going off. Like,
exactly. I'm glad someone else here in Colorado sees it. They'll all get to see it pretty soon, but I'm glad someone else starts to see it because he is totally a narcissist. He will make that shit up, and he will that's why I didn't even deal with the stupid stuff because I just told him, I said, look, you're not taking Sadie from me. I don't give a crap what you do with anything else. You don't touch my money, my retirement. I don't want anything for you, and I says, and in the end, when there's a civil suit from all this abuse, I want him to document that he cannot come back and say I owed him some of it. I said, I don't care about the rest because I'm going to win my case and screw him, And
I finally got Sadie as my ESA dog.
You finally got it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, well my doctor wrote the letter, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do with the letter now.
So what you do is keep the letter, get a couple copies, keep the original. And so if you go to hotels, stuff like that, you bring the doctor's note with you. Now some of them can deny ESAs, but they can't deny service animals. So remember, there are two different laws, right?
Right.
So
right.
But you could also tell them if you you're going on no vacation right now, but I'm saying you can just be it's very detrimental to my mental health that she's with me. So please, I hope you accept this as my doctor's note.
Yeah, that's what she made in the doctor's note. She was very descriptive and used all these things, and she was like, and this falls under, if anyone is trying to deny her, this falls under the Disability Act of this, and this, and the fair housing and all kinds of stuff. Yeah. So she did a good letter.
And you shouldn't have to pay, I know you're still at the apartment now, but I'm saying, if you were to, get a place with somebody, you know what I mean? Let's say you and Charlotte got a house.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't have to pay a pet deposit now. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not considered a pet.
Yeah.
That type of thing. That's good. Because she understands why you need it. God, that's what people don't understand. People be sitting there looking at me you're so smart, da-da-da-da. I'm sitting there you sit here and be segregated 20-some hours a day. I had no human interaction for 13 months. And now I only have human interaction for maybe 30 minutes extra, that I actually get to be around people, but I don't talk to a lot of people, other than the people I do Bible study with. And then you sit there, then I'm beside this lady with dementia. I got the lady downstairs under me who's in a wheelchair, and she's batshit crazy. You got all that, and then you take on top of everything. I have no family nearby. You know what I mean? And every time you turn around, stupid shit's on the news that half of it ain't even true. You got all that. Put anybody in here and make them stand themselves for 30 days, and I bet you money they'll be batshit crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm sitting there people don't get that. Hello? No, I'm not you know, mentally retarded or something. I'm very brilliant, but like, you put somebody in somewhere and you make them sit there. I promise you, if you stay in your bedroom, Holly, for 60 days and don't come out, I promise you, there'll be people in there you don't even know about.
I know.
Your mind can't take that. I mean, you think about, remember when the hurricanes would come and we'd stay in the house? You know, at first it was good because you could relax, and then after 2 or 3 days, people were like, oh, heck no, we got to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So, anyway. All right, it's going to hang up. Oh, my friend, I gave her a code to message you, right? So you know it's legit and it's actually her.
Yeah.
I know her from North Carolina.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I told her, I said, tell her this, because if not, Holly, I think somebody's broke in and hacked something, because she was telling me, she said, someone made a fake Snapchat. I thought I'd tell you, and they've been snapping people saying that they're inside the facility and stuff like that. And she said, I'm sitting over here like, what's wrong with these dumb people? This ain't her. I was like, well, what? Yeah.
Well, I was freaking out because they put my address out on the.
I know. I was too when I saw that. I was pissed about that. I thought of all the things you're going to put the deputies' addresses at the jail, but you can't put yours somewhere else. You see what I'm saying? But that was pretty shitty on their part. They did that on purpose on their part. You know what I mean? They did that to be shitty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's cool. Just keep.
I was literally, everyone was so mad. Amy was so mad. Miss Dee was so mad. And Brenda was mad. Like, they were ready to fight.
Oh, yeah. I figured it. I figured it was. Like, I figured everybody would be. But the only thing I did was I got on my knees and started praying to Jesus, because I knew there was nothing we could do. Because when people start doing ignorant stuff like that, they're just trying to get the devil to attack you and attack other people. But you don't got to worry about that, because you got a prayer warrior praying for you every single day, all day.
You have 1 minute remaining.
So you don't worry about the ignorance of stuff like that. You know, like the song says, joy will come in the morning. Oh, I got to tell you about, I didn't ever get to tell you your birthday, the song to listen to. It's Alan Jackson's song. He wrote it for his daughter because she just got married. And it says, you'll always be my baby. You'll always be my baby. You got to listen to it.
I think I always know that song. Oh, wait, no. I don't
No,
okay,
not that one. Not Little Girl by Tim McGraw, but You'll Always Be My Baby by Alan Jackson. He just wrote it for his daughter for a wedding. And then the gospel song I like now is I like the We the Kingdom. Listen to the new We the Kingdom stuff. I am a child of love and all that.
Okay.
That's a good one. Okay. Love you. Talk to you later.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I was about to type to B Crumbs. Thank you, B Crumbs, for gifting memberships, babe. I appreciate that so much. And also, I wanted to say to answer Karen, it's Blood Red Sun that sings Psychopath. And Kezchik, a member for 25 months, a day, a oneer. Thank you so very much for your support. I appreciate that so much, for all of your support. All right, Allie, what'd you think, girl?
Oh my God. I took a couple notes though, because I did have some thoughts.
That's my favorite when you come back and say, oh my God. How calm.
Oh, I'm over here deep breathing and, you know, meditating.
Get on your knees.
Jen.
Sorry. It just came out.
Oh God. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you want to hear my notes?
Yes, I do want to hear your notes. I'm not, Mo. I'm actually sober as a fucking judge. Like a judge that's actually sober, not one of these judges that have been in trouble lately for being high on the bench. I'm actually sober. I don't know why that came out like that.
I have not even had my gummy yet. No, nay, have not had it yet because I didn't want to get too tired, and I told Jen I wasn't going to take it till 10. Okay.
Okay.
And then
Reel it in.
it was
Right,
it's
let's
hard
bring it
not to
up.
laugh when you're laughing, and then I look at the chat and it's all laughing. And then make me laugh again. It's a vicious cycle, but okay. So I said, of course, they talked about money, but there was this one point where Harley was kind of talking about school and what was going on with her, and Tisha just like completely spaced out, and she's like, oh, my knee. Like, it's like, oh my God, do you care about anybody else, lady? Then I did think it was interesting where Harley mentions her attorney and how the attorney told her that Tisha had a new attorney. Tisha said, I'm going to win my case. And then that was it, except for her comments about talking about being crazy and relating that to how intelligent you are. Like, yeah, you sound like a true blue fucking idiot, because the two things have nothing to do with each other. But okay, sure. That's all.
They don't have anything to do with each. Although I did read an article, I don't know, probably a couple of years ago, that the gene for potential mental health issues and the gene for beauty, which I don't even know how there's a gene for beauty, because I don't, but that's what this article said, that they're on the same, like, not path. What the hell is that called? Anyways, I don't even know why I brought it up, because clearly I can't even get the whole damn ass article out, even halfway correct. So just ignore me. The strand, they're on the same strand. And I'm not sure. Maybe when they talk about gene for beauty, maybe they're talking about like you're in proportion or something. I don't know. I don't understand it. But anyway. Sexy wild thing, member for 9 months. Thank you, babe. McLovin. Yeah. So
Megsy
I mean,
had a comment that was.
What did Megsy say? Let me
Sorry,
go
babe.
up.
It was just a funny one. It said, "Holy, we were all just so pissed off. Now giggles."
See? I mean, she's annoying. Letecia is annoying. Now she's brilliant. All right. Well, be annoyingly. I mean, you're just annoying. And then to trash Al once again. Listen, okay. At the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Al is a human being, right? We're all flawed, each and every one of us. And what we saw, and this is something I really want to say this and get this out correctly, because this is a lot of what we're seeing in the Sebastian Rogers case right now. Okay. Now, y'all remember back, go way, 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 way back to when Gannon was first reported missing, and all of the things were coming out, and the rumors, and I'm not talking about the actual facts. I'm talking about the rumors and the analysis of, interviews and stuff like that. Remember? And everybody, there were a lot of people who had lot of very, very negative and judgmental things to say about Al. And he was getting the side eye, the furry eyeball, all the things, right? And look what ended up happening. It was awful. Look what ended up happening. And I think we just try to keep that in the back of your mind. We're watching these people, first of all, they're under a huge microscope, but they're being under the microscope at a time when it is the most stressful thing that could ever happen to you in your life. A parent not knowing where their child is the worst kind of torture. I can't think of a single thing that would be worse, because it's all of the unknowns that would keep you awake at night. Okay. And I think that, I just want us to remember that when you're hearing these people speak, in all of these cases, of course, listen to what they're saying, listen to how they're saying it, and listen to, more importantly, pay attention to what they are not saying. But also when you're doing all of that, remember the circumstances under which they are saying these things, and try to reserve accusations and judgment until you have more of the facts. That's all I'm going to say about that.
No, it's an
Okay.
excellent point that people, Jen, thank you, because with the Sebastian case right now, it is absolutely ridiculous. Look, I know there's also things that I'm seeing and hearing that I don't, that I have questions about. But at the end of the day, until we know more, some of these people are just going so hard at these people, following them around. I don't know. It's becoming way too much. And it was very similar with Al. People were accusing him of being involved. There was a person who literally claimed they witnessed him with a gun and all this stuff. And
Right.
he had nothing to do with it. And they had every step, every movement he made in the timeline. So we know that for a fact.
Exactly.
But, at the time, if you're just hearing the rumors, you could easily fall into it. And then you see maybe an interview of him where he's acting a little odd. These people are not used to doing interviews and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. There's so much to it. I don't know. It's a shame. But,
yeah, I mean, listen, the case, the circumstances surrounding Sebastian Rogers. Listen, hello. I mean, what do I do all the time? If I'm not talking about true crime, I'm watching something about true crime. So I know what the statistics are, and I'm not saying that the circumstances under which Sebastian disappeared are not troubling and more than a little suspicious. I agree with that. I also will say that, do I think that Chris, his stepdad, and I would be buds? Do I think we would kick it? No, he kind of rubs me the wrong way. But I also know that he's not trying to win any kind of congeniality contest. Okay? He's trying to get help to find his missing stepson. And I understand that. I don't have to like somebody or want to be somebody's friend or think that they have a stellar personality in order for me to try to see where they're coming from, if that makes sense. He does rub me the wrong way. I think,
yes, it absolutely does.
He has a very, very strong personality, and a lot of people they are not fans. Hold on, Leave It to Bieber is asking something, and I want to see. Oh.
Hey, I have a question. Did Al take a polygraph? I don't think so. I don't recall anything about that. Do you?
I don't recall anything about that either. And
Natasha says, I question the weirdos chasing down and stalking victims, period. Even suspects. Like, what is wrong with you?
Right,
Yes,
right.
Natasha.
Listen, I know that social media can be an asset to law enforcement, okay? And there are very, very rare circumstances. For example, Luca Magnotta, okay? Because it took place on social media, those videos that were being posted, and so social media is the one that ultimately ended up discovering who that account belonged to. At the end of the day, that's as far as it could go with social media. They can't prosecute the person, and once or charge the person, arrest the person. Once the person gets arrested, they can't charge them or prosecute them or anything like that. So I think that there's a very fine line, and I think we just need to be careful, and that's all. Just be careful. But
I agree.
Interesting.
And can I just say,
yeah, babe.
I'm sorry.
Say whatever you want to say. You know me.
Well, Nana had put something in the chat, and I can't respond to chat, and I have to respond to this. And I'll just read it to you because it's pretty funny.
Okay.
But it says, my 90-year-old father-in-law took a gummy, took another one and another because it hadn't kicked in. Ended up in the ER high as a kite. No one consulted me, the edible addict. With a smile. That was cute. I had to read it, but that's all.
Leave It to Bieber. I mean, it does happen. It does. Listen, lie detector tests are simply a tool. And there are circumstances under which a person won't be given a lie detector test. Many, many reasons. And it's really at the discretion of law enforcement. And they will decide, is the risk, the potential risk of this person taking a lie detector test, is it worth the reward? Which would, because it's only a tool. Once, whatever the results are, they can't be used against the person in a court of law. It's simply a tool in the investigation, right? So if somebody is under an extreme amount of stress, and this is a machine that basically measures involuntary responses, but you're already under stress, right? Or so that might not be a good time, right? Or somebody who is under that extreme amount of distress, so much in stress that a doctor has stepped in and given them a prescription for something that helps you mellow. What would be the point then?
Right. Yep. I've seen that before too.
Especially with benzos, because benzos control brain activity. And what is the thing that is controlling your respirations, your heartbeat, your blood, all of the things? It's your brain. So if your brain is being chilled, then, are the responses going to be that accurate? Is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying? And they're not cheap to do either. So,
yeah, well, they did I don't remember that. I know they didn't do one on Letecia, but did they ever even mention it? Because I don't recall. I know maybe you guys in the chat would. And then I do remember Debbie said, does anyone remember that Harley was told from her mother that she was dying of cancer, that Letecia had cancer? And yes, I do remember that coming up in court or something. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, she did. It was it was one of those events that had like several things happening. Initially it was they were talking about Letecia had made an attempt, and she said something to the effect of Harley, it's too late. I've already taken all of them. And that at some point Letecia was taken to a mental health hospital, and but Harley was told that she was dying of cancer. That's what her mother told her. Yeah. So
it was was it breast or some kind of, maybe ovarian or breast cancer that she was? I don't remember. Maybe you guys in chat know, but I know that there was like a little bit more details that I can't remember.
Yeah,
about that.
Monica, I'm sorry. Pancreatic cancer. Ouch. But yeah, the thing is, and it would not be advantageous for law enforcement to give a person like Letecia a lie detector, because Letecia, she came into that interrogation, or that meeting, because that's all they ever called it, remember? And remember the games that she played just getting to that dadgum interview? It was ridiculous.
Oh God.
So, I think
being late and all the
yes, and the lies and the BS. And so I think what the detectives wisely decided was, you know what? We got her here. She's willing to talk, albeit nonsense. Let's just let her talk. And sometimes that's the best thing. Yeah. Because she, and then but Letecia did take a fake polygraph test, and she passed, remember? And then she tried to, even though you're the one that submits the questions to the fake polygraph online, right? When she wasn't able to get her results because they can't have anything to do with the criminal behavior, she tried to argue with the gentleman, the customer service rep. No, I asked about infidelity. No,
an affair.
I don't know what happened. I don't know how that question that I typed the question and the answer to and submitted it. I don't know how that got in there. No, that wasn't me. Nope. So there you go.
Haven't we heard this call already, Donna? No, we have not. Not the ones that we're playing here now. Yes, another channel rushed and put all the calls out before we could, even though that was not the agreement that we had. The whole reason that we put them out first is because we were the only ones that could have no commentary. So you may have heard that call before, but we have not played it before. No.
Yep, there you go. All right. So should we hear this call?
Yep.
All right. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
Well, I can't walk on my right leg because, of course, you know I got injured in transport again yesterday.
Oh, no, what happened?
Okay, so they make you get on your knees and, like, they pull this chain to pull you through this door because, I mean, obviously I have to be pulled by some chain like I'm a dog. And then I tell them I can't do it on my left leg because I have that shot wound. And so I have to put all the weight on the right leg. And then they done it and pulled, and then it popped. The back of my leg popped. Yeah, well, I was operating off adrenaline because I didn't sleep. You know, I didn't eat. The devil was trying to get me not to go to court. He was making me be crazy and all that. And the Lord came to me and was like, get up. You're going to court. I got plans for you. And I said, all right.
I was so happy because I sat in on WebEx and I heard that you were there, and I was like, yes, that's so awesome. I was so excited.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the devil had me, man. And then, you know what? When I woke up this morning, it was Psalms 88, and I knew that was my daily bread. And when I saw it was Psalms 88, I said, yep, that was God telling me, because, you know, Psalms 88 is about, you know, the psalmist is talking about how nothing's going right now, and there's this, and then, you know, as you lead into the next psalm, it's showing don't give up, this momentary affliction, you know, is getting you prepared for this, and this. And so I knew it was God being like, you just didn't trust me that I had it planned. Because, see, like, that's what I was trying to do the whole time, what happened. And I did it right.
Yeah.
I followed all the statutes. I turned in everything that was wrong. And I knew I had did it right. So I was upset that I felt bad about that, you know. But then it was like I lost my faith in Jesus coming through in the end. You know what I mean? But he did.
Right.
You know, so.
Well, it was a stressful situation, too, and there was a lot going on at the time and a lot riding on, you know, what happened at the end of that hearing. But, yeah, I was sitting on WebEx and I saw your previous two attorneys pop in, and I was like, no.
No, they're done. They're gone.
That's what I heard. I was like, thank God.
Did they release that they were done?
So they released that you will have a new appointment of counsel.
I would have a new what?
You'll have a new attorney.
Yeah, I already know who it is. I just was wondering if they had released it.
Okay, cool. They haven't released who it is yet, but I know. But I was told I can't say anything until it's like officially out there. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I already know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's so awesome. Okay, cool.
But you put two and two together, right? You know, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. The person who told me, they told me, and I asked if you knew or not, and they said they didn't know if you knew yet or not, but just to wait until you found out officially before saying anything.
Yeah.
No.
I put two and two together when I came back last night, and I was in pain, and I went to God in prayer again, and then he came to me again last night, and he was like, I already told you, I already got this done, what we talked about. Remember that dream you had? And sure enough, he reminded me of that dream, because remember I mentioned that person on that dream because God had sent me that person as an angel on that dream. And they weren't, remember I was telling you about that name because that was the person, so he just told me to remember that was what he told me was going to happen. And I tell you what, I told him, I said, Jesus, I said, man, I know I was crazy. I've been ride or die, believing, doing everything I'm supposed to do, just like I didn't act ignorant when they done me like that yesterday. Because the man, he pissed me off. Let me tell you what he did. You're going to be pissed off about this. I was freaked out. Like, I was all over the place, you know, and the stuff in my head was going crazy. I had one side of my head telling me, don't go to court. They telling me they were going to take me to Mexico and all this stuff. And the other side of my head was just like, you know, go to court, stop doing it, you know, whatever. So I was talking back and forth both sides of my head. He grabs me in the hallway now with another deputy, which she's a cool deputy. She just kind of looked at him like, oh, my God, you just crossed the line. And he said, stop being weird. And I was like, I stopped and looked at him, and I said, sir, you don't know what's going on in my head. He took his hand, pushed it in my back. Now, I'm in restraints now. Took his hand, pushed it in my back, and pushed me down the hallway and told me to shut up and quit being stupid.
Are you serious?
Yes, pushed me down the hallway about 600 feet, and then I get to the room, and I went into a manic phase at that point because I'm sitting there like, I'm in restraints. I don't disrespect y'all. I didn't do anything wrong. I can't help what's going on in my head. You put your little ass in this cell for freaking 30 days, I promise you, they will admit you to the asylum.
Yeah. Well, you know, the people that whoever that dude was, like, they don't understand because they're not there. You know, they don't have to go through what you go through. On top of the fact that they have that, you know, mentality of, you know, they're an authoritarian. So he probably thinks he's Billy Badass.
Well, he does me like this all the time. One time I was in SD and I was freaking out because they took me to SD for no stupid reason. I was talking on the toilet, so yes, I was, you know. Anyway, they took me to SD or whatever. But it was like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe he had just came in on his shift or something when I was in there. But I was just freaked out because there was ants in there, and there really was ants in there. He comes and bangs in the door and says, "Stop acting stupid. There ain't no ants in there. You're making this up to put on a show."
What did you really right to say that?
And there was really ants in there, and I was just sitting there like, "There's really ants right here. Like, what are you talking about?" I haven't came to the point of seeing ants yet, so I mean, no, they were living.
Yeah. What an asshole.
He is. He does me like that. I'm putting in a grievance on it. It isn't going to do any good because, I mean, I'm just going to have it noted that that's the 16th time I've been injured in transport. And what he did means you should not step the line and cross over professionally to interfere with someone's mental health because you're not qualified to. There's no malingering going on here. I am not crazy. But I am induced to this environmental psychosis because what I have to, you know, go through. That doesn't mean I haven't had issues in the past, but a lot of those issues can be handled with coping skills. But when you don't have those coping skills here, you're going to be crazy. This girl just came out a minute ago and she was like, "I'm going crazy because people are going crazy." You know, so it's just like,
But what is this guy thinking he can get off calling people stupid? Like, what a jackass.
Yeah. And I told him I cannot get on my left knee because of that shot wound. I cannot do it. If I do it, the bone, it's something I didn't get treated properly. Okay, so the bone, whenever I bend it and put pressure on it, it feels like something's like the bone's poking into me. It's just not right.
Oh, wow.
Like the bone's not right. And so, I mean, I'm fine, like, you know, push-ups and, you know, jump, you know, burpees or something like that. It's just taking the knee, bending it back, putting it on there. Now, that same knee is the knee I injured in softball. So I slid in the second. I slid in the second, jacked that knee up in softball, still ran the third, you know, still back the next inning before I had pain. So that's how must have happened yesterday. I went through that second court hearing, walked back here, got in the van, came back here, and then once I get back inside, the adrenaline died off because I was happy that, you know, I didn't get up. The adrenaline
I was
died.
so happy.
And then I stopped in the hallway and I told Officer Brian, I said, "I can't walk anymore." And he takes the feet restraints off of me. And he's like, "You all right?" 'Cause he's good. I like him. He's like, "You all right?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't feel too good right now." And then as soon as I got back to my room, I started getting queasy and I laid down, and then that was it. I couldn't even hardly get up to the bathroom or nothing. Because, you know, my adrenaline was running and I didn't feel the pain really until I actually sit down and, like, laid down. When I went to sleep, that's when it really got bad, you know.
Yeah, that's, I mean, I know you said his filing a grievance might not do much, but, I mean,
I'll have it on record.
You complain. Yeah, you'll have it on record, and then if, you know, more people are complaining, especially about, like, the same guy.
Yeah.
That might get him out of there. But,
I mean,
yesterday.
Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the same guy, he's done it all the time, so, you know, they're never going to stop him, but I'm going to keep records. But, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, keep records definitely for your sake. But yesterday I was like, I was getting close to 5 o'clock here, so 3 o'clock your time, and I was like, well, I'm going to try to pop into Letecia and just, like, listen and just see if I hear anything. And the hearing before yours went on for, like, a really long time. I was, like, prepping dinner, and I had it on my iPad, and I was listening. And then the judge called, like, your name out, and then they're like, yeah, we're going to go on recess, and you get her in here. And I was like, did she show up? Did she show up? My hands started to get all sweaty, and I was like, oh, my God, I hope she did. And then Taylor was like walking, I was coming out of the garage, and like I had told him like you were thinking about not going, and I was like, man, I think she showed up. And then like a couple minutes went by, and everybody got in and started talking, and I heard him say that you were there, and I was like, thank God! I got so excited. Like,
how long was the WebEx on before I got in there?
Oh my, there was somebody in what? You mean like the recess time?
Oh.
Or the case before yours. So there's some case before yours that was like really freaking long, and I was like half listening to what it was, like some other dude's case. But they went on recess, and you couldn't really hear much of anything, just like people talking. Like you couldn't make out what they were saying. There's a bunch of people like chattering in the background. I guess they were getting everybody in and out of the room that you were in.
I started in shock when I heard, not like shock like as in I do, but when I heard that the other twins were there, I started freaking out. Could you see me turn to Josh?
No, so they had the camera set up to where they could not see anything. It was audio only, so nobody could see anything.
Yeah, so because I turned to Josh and I was like, I'm having a meltdown right now. I was like, I cannot deal with these people right now. And I leaned over to that lady and I said, I didn't know he was going to do the conflict hearing right then. I said, I want the fair conflict hearing this time. And she goes, I'm not assigning anyone else. And I said, well, wait till we get in the conflict hearing then. And then when I got in there, as soon as I mentioned that stuff about what they did about the Black Lives Matter, you should have seen her face. She didn't know it. She's their supervisor.
Oh, really?
She did not know it. Her face went like, her eyes went like, oh my God. They immediately backed it down as soon as I said that. And then I told them about they never shared stuff on the computer. Like, I could just never see it. And then I told them about the whole religious thing and how they tried to talk to me about my religion and like how if that was my belief, they didn't support it. That ain't none of your business. You just tell me that's not your belief and I go on about it. I mean, you're not here to counsel me about my Christianity because that's me. Just like I'm not going to push you into it. I'll mention Jesus to you, but I'm not going to push you into it. And so like, when I said that and I said she showed up with that Black Lives Matter shirt on, that lady's face, she turned red as crap. And then the attorney that done it, I'm not going to say her name, but she done it. She was on the WebEx. She started backtracking it. And then the Judge Bain looked over at me and was like, holy shit. Like, basically, like, that was his face. Like, I can't believe this.
No, I will say they did close out the WebEx. They closed out the WebEx for the conflict hearing because I didn't think they were going to do it right then and there either. And then I heard a Judge Werner be like, okay, well, we're going to go ahead and, like, get this started and, kick everyone off WebEx. I was like, oh, wait a second. And then, everybody got booted off. And I'm like, shit's about to get real. And, like, I was like, I didn't know this was going to go down. I already knew it was going to go, like, in your favor.
Yeah, that's how they redacted that stuff. And that's why Jesus was like, I told you I had it under control. And, my judge has been fair. He's been fair to the due process, so far. And so I like that. And I'm glad it was. I had to go to another judge. That way he didn't ever, get brought in the middle of it or anything. That way, I went to the Chief Justice, who's over it. That's who Judge Bain is. And he was fair about it because, you had to prove that there was truly conflict. You couldn't just go in there and be like, I don't like them or, I don't trust them or, we don't get along. You can't do that. You had to have legit and you had to back it up with case law. I was running so rampant that the lady recording had to be like, could you slow down for me? And I said, I'm so sorry. I'm so mad right now. I can't calm down. I said, I was all over the place. And I said, sir, I said, I'm going to tell you right now. I said, sir, this part of the competency thing, a lot of that had to do with the fact the stress I was under from those attorneys. I said, it was affecting my mental health on top of what I was already dealing with. I said, when you put those two together, I was batshit crazy, but I didn't say batshit crazy. I said, I said it in a smart way. But all of that's definitely like they kept that out of the public, and there's nothing about any of that on the news. Just that there was a conflict found that you're to be appointed new counsel. Did you see that guy that came on the news before I did? I don't know if you got to see the news here, but the guy that came on the news before I did, the Pueblo guy that was.
You have 1 minute remaining.
He was sentenced to 6 years.
No, I didn't.
He was on the van back with me. He gets on the van. Yeah, he gets on the van. He goes, "What's up, homie? Me and you gonna be on the news tonight?" I said, "Really? Who are you?"
No.
He tells me his name. And I was like, he's like, they hit me hard. I said, how hard? He was like, in the ass. I said, what do you mean in the ass? He said, they gave me 60. I said, oh, shoot. He said, well, I'll see you tonight on the news. I said, you too, homie.
Super quick, your Aunt Brenda messaged me today. She put $150 in your commissary. Okay. And then she told me that she was going to be out of town next week or the week after she wants to meet up with me and get coffee. So I'm like, sure.
Yeah, definitely do that. And we'll talk about that later before you go meet her. But tell her thank you, and I love her, and I'll call her tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, I'll
Tomorrow
text her
morning.
and let her know.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you later. All right. I'm going to set a visit now. Okay, all right, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
This one's for you, Nadine, my boo. Shut up, Tisha.
Oh, Amy, the secretary, calling Aunt B for Tisha.
Yeah, and gonna meet her for coffee.
Yeah,
I wonder if they ever did.
I don't know. I think so, because remember, Amy was saying that she served a couple people for Brenda, I think.
Oh, that's right. I had forgotten about that. You know, Oh, Nadine wants me to say it again. All right, just for you, boo. Shut up, Tisha. Oh, Lord.
Silly.
I mean, it's interesting to me
yeah.
that she talks about a hearing that's closed to the public. So she could say anything and everything happened. You know, but because it's a closed hearing. Shut up, Tisha. It's ridiculous. What were you going to say?
Well, I was going to mention this. Okay, so you can see in this call, like, this is how Tisha's mind works when she's setting up these lawsuits like we read today. She's like, I'm just going to make a note that this is the 16th time I've been injured in transport. The 16th
time. Yeah. It's in my file. You're on the list.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
This is who she is.
What about when she says, well, the aunt stuff was weird. What about when she goes, I'm not malingering, or there ain't no malingering going on here, or whatever she says. I'm not crazy. Like, malingering means crazy, or I don't know. It's like she definitely didn't know what that meant exactly. I think she just read it in her book.
Didn't. Exactly. Malingering is pretending to be crazy, dum-dum, which you actually did do. So, yes, there was a shit ton of malingering going on, ma'am.
Yes, and then environmental psychosis. Really, Tisha? What does that mean?
Yeah, Letecia. And listen, don't be afraid to bust out the crayons, because it might be easier for you to explain in pictures, because Lord knows when you get to talking, the point is lost.
That's funny. But that's all I got on that one. I mean, God, they just make me. Ugh.
It's a lot. It's a lot. How does she know? How is she documenting all the things when she lost a whole year? You know, at the end of 2020, she was back to 2019. Okay. So, I mean, we're only into May, and now all of a sudden, not only has she gotten the year back, but now she remembers everything that was ever done to her. And by the way, she doesn't hallucinate ants. That's where Leticia's line is. Ants, not ninjas, not people trying to get her to join the Mexican mafia. Not the fucking Volturi, who, for whatever reason, they only send the one that wilds out the most to court with her, which makes no sense. It's like, don't the Volturi have any couth? Why would you send the one who has no home training, right? When you send a professional, more in control Volturi, I don't understand this. Thank you, Chicken Fried. I appreciate that, babe. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Nadine, after you said the shut up Tisha again, she wrote, oh, and you put some stank on it. I love it. Funny. And then, hey,
stank
Brandy.
is important.
And then, I will look at Messenger. Yeah, you put some stank in it.
You know, she doesn't hallucinate ants, y'all. Now, let's make that, we want to make that very clear. The whole ants is the line in the sand for Tisha Lynn. Jesus be Lord. Anyway, what were you going to say, babe?
Nothing. I was done. That's just nothing. Just laughing at the stink comment with Nay. but that was all I
Important to
done.
put stank on it, you know? Like when you say bruh, you got to put some stank on that. You got to be like, bruh, you know? Like it means something. I learned that from my kids. That's how they used to refer to me whenever I would say something they didn't want to hear. Bruh. My name is Mom, but now I miss
I
it.
know.
And now I call them
Yeah.
bruh, and they think it's hilarious. Bruh.
Yeah, Bentley says it all the time too, and it's adorable because he's like this little kid talking like a little teenager. So cute, but yeah, silly boys.
Bentley. All right. Now, we haven't heard from Amy B in a while. In fact, I mean, technically we did because we had that like surprise, jail calls from 2020. But really, let me look here. The last time I think we heard from Amy B was in let me see, I have March. I don't think we heard from.
It's been a while.
Yeah, I don't think we heard from Amy. Yeah, because I remember it was at the beginning of March because I wrote it down here. There, March 1st. No, let me look here. Not March 1st. That's a lie. That's Amy L. Nah, bruh.
My 7-year-old said, nah, bruh, nah, in response to a question my husband asked. It was so random and hilarious. Oh my God, they're so cute.
Kids are cute.
Oh, Claude.
When we were in Dietz's live the other night and she was going through the interviews and they were talking about Sebastian's growling. You know, Olivia Chicky Nuggy Pot Pie Esquire growls, and it is the most adorable thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. Because she puts her whole, it's like the growl is coming from her soul, but in the best way. She likes that. She likes screamo music. She really likes that. And I mean, I don't blame her. I like it too, but she loves it. And that's where that growl has come from. Yes. And it's hilarious to me.
Oh, that's funny.
I think it's important to let kids listen to all kinds of music. Music is good for your whole entire soul. Okay, so let's see here. The second, Amy B talked to Amy B March 2nd, and then again March 5th. And then
is April the ones I did? Because I don't know.
Yes,
I might have that
April's the ones you did, but by around somewhere in between the 20th and the 21st, Letecia's talking to Harley and she asks what's going on with Amy B, and Harley, that's when we find out that Amy B's been really busy door dashing. And yeah, so it's been a minute since Letecia's heard from Amy B. What do you have for April?
Yeah, and okay, so I have my from April 14th, from the 14th to the end of the month, there's nothing. And then let me find my first calls because they're separated in my notebook for some reason because I'm just messy like that and just open to a random page and start writing.
Well, I have notes about, so I have all of like March 8th through 15th on this page, but then I also have notes about Kayla's testimony too.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. I have something about Laredo police, Alberto Cortez. I don't even, that's like, whew, I don't know when I was doing that.
Yeah, I have just random notes everywhere.
I'm the same. Well, that's why you're my people.
I know.
Now, yeah, okay, Griselda. But anyways, no, I can't find the first half of the month.
Yeah. We need to do that thing. Did you guys finish watching Netflix?
No, but I'm about to finish like today or tomorrow.
Okay,
so
good.
I will
we need to do
Griselda.
Yes. That's gonna be a Patreon thing, Griselda, because it's not really appropriate for the tubes. You know how they get.
Now with June, I had already written down that. Wait, and then that ended up being 2020, so that's not right. Anyways, never mind. But there's nothing with Amy there either.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've heard. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to. We're not exactly sure. Shane asks, does anyone know what date the very last call from Dr. Stauch was? We have,
we know the month.
yeah, we know the month, but we don't know the exact date. And so, what month was that? It's November, isn't it? Or December?
There's one in October, 7 in November, and one in December, and we have them all on the way that we paid. Me and Bendy went in half and half. Mm-hmm.
All by ourselves, like grown-ups.
Yeah, and I'm so excited to get them. But my God, it's yeah. But it's been taking forever, man. I don't know. Hopefully we get them soon. But
I know. Oh my God, I didn't set a reminder. Speaking of reminders, okay. I didn't know Android doesn't give a rat's fat kneecap about you. Let me tell you this. They're not interested in monitoring your wake, your sleep, your steps, none of that. They don't care about that at all. But for whatever reason, iPhone wants to tell you all the things you do in your day, just in case you forgot. And I got a thing on my phone. It reminds me every night at bedtime, which is 10, which it wouldn't let me because I always have my alarm set to 6. And if you don't put 8 hours, it gives you a rash of shit. Because I don't actually go to bed at 10, obviously. It's 10:19. I'm wide awake. I usually go to bed around midnight. But it wouldn't let me do that. It was giving me troubles. So I got an alert the other day that said that I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm like, man, listen, I take a nap every day. I make up for that 2 hours that when you said I'm supposed to be sleeping from 10 to 6, I make up for that 2 hours when I take my nap. Get off my back, iPhone. I don't appreciate these high pressure sales.
It does. It tells you how much you've been listening to headphones, and I'm like, okay, enough. Like, I get it. I know it's a lot because I will have mine in even when I'm sleeping sometimes, so it's not accurate. But Zekia's mama, Amy, is a teacher. Amy's a childhood friend of Tisha's and Goodnight Jessie's girl. And Shane says he loves your channel and our channel, and he loves the Tisha content, and he's been listening to everything he can find on this illiterate doctor for over a month every day. I'm addicted. And I was going to say, welcome to the rabbit hole.
Oh, thank you so much, Shane. Welcome.
And yes, and thank you.
Welcome to you're in the right place. You're at the ward.
Yes. All aboard. Welcome to this crazy old ride that Tisha is.
Yeah, get on and ride the crazy train with Tisha. Choo choo.
Yeah.
Griselda is Griselda Blanco. She is the referred to as the godmother. She is a drug dealer back in the 80s, but she was like she was a bad mamma jamma. She was a bad mamma jamma, and she was innovative in the way that she brought in the product, as it were. And so, and she lived a rather like scary, also color. It's a sad story, obviously, because, but she's an interesting, the story itself is interesting, what she did, how she moved, all those things. So, but it's not suitable for YouTube. So Allie and I are going to talk about it over on my Patreon, because it's not suitable for YouTube, and I need to give my Patreons more than I have been so slacking. Oh, bye, Megsy.
I'm struggling myself. Bye, Megsy.
Oh, we're keeping me company.
But she's
go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Are we keeping her company?
It's such a good show. Gotta get to the shops and putting it off all day. All your guys' fault. Keep me company, please, while I tackle the crowds.
All right, take us with you
while she's doing it.
We're going down under with Megsy, y'all.
Let's go.
We're going on a trip with Megsy, zooming through the store. Do 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 do.
I I can't tell you how many times it's so funny because I know the shows you watched with your kids. Like I definitely there's certain ones
Yes.
that we always talk about. It's so funny.
Ah,
And the chat too. It's like it's the same like
yeah,
because every time they all know too. It's just funny. But
it
okay,
is
so is
funny.
this our last one though?
No, we have 2 with Amy B.
Oh,
This
okay.
one is
I
a
meant to
longer
just say the
one. This
last
one
one
is
was
the
Amy.
whole time. Yeah, this one is the
Okay.
whole, I think, 15 minutes. And then the next one, yeah, because this call's at 10:23 and the next one is at 10:45. So I think they talked the
Okay.
whole 15 minutes, but the one at 10:45 is just a quickie. And then I'll start working on, I mean, I have them downloaded and I just need to put the title cards and the missing kids posters on it. And then we'll be ready for tomorrow night.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Oh, True Crime Junkie. All you guys are the bomb. All right, I'm
Oh,
ready.
you
Let's go.
guys
'Cause
are all the bomb.
I'm excited to hear. I wonder, like, is the tone going to be different? Is it going to be the same old, blowing smoke up Tisha's ass and making
Yeah,
her
because
think that she makes any sort of sense?
the last time the last conversation really that Amy and Letecia had really had a lot to do with Landon and the custody case between Al and Landon, where Landon was seeking custody of
Yeah.
Lena and was trying to reach out to Letecia, which that had to be hard. Because remember,
Yeah.
this would have been in March of 2021. And those conversations really were like January too. January of 2021, they talked about it in February and they talked about it in March. And by that point, remember the probable cause affidavit had come out. Not only had it come out, it was leaked because remember Patterson wanted to sit down. No, Patterson's not. That's Greene County. Who was the prosecutor? The DA in this case said I can't think of his name right now, but I don't know why. I can see his face. I just can't say his name. But they wanted to sit down with Al and Landon and go over the probable cause and also answer any questions that they may have had. And that's not, Michael Allen, thank you, Cherokee girl. I appreciate that. Coming in clutch. I appreciate it. Good looking out. Yeah, because Dan Patterson is Gypsy's and Nick's prosecutor. Anyway, so think about how that had to have been for Landon, right? How knowing what was in that, what we know what was in that probable cause affidavit. And even though it got leaked, they did still have that meeting, and they did still get to ask their questions. And I don't know what questions they asked, and I don't know what the answers were, but we did watch the trial. So we have somewhat of an idea, we know the outcome, right? And I can only imagine what Alan Landon might have asked and what those answers might have been. And then to have to try to go through the third person, a mediocre, as it were, right, Letecia? I mean, a mediator, and ask Letecia for help, and even if it was just, Landon was like, well, if she doesn't want to say anything, fine, that's fine. But how about, can she at least tell Harley it's okay? Because technically at that point, Harley was 18 and nobody, it wasn't required for her to get any permission or anything from Letecia. She didn't need her permission, but she still did the right thing, even though she didn't have to. I can't imagine how hard that would have been. And then for her attitude about it. And then Amy B to be in the middle of that. Can you imagine being Amy B going to Letecia and then the shit that Letecia talked and said, and she did. And then how do you go and tell Landon? You can't quote her verbatim. I mean, you can't tell her exactly what she said because that would just hurt her and make her angry, I wouldn't want to be in that position. And maybe that's why she was avoiding speaking to Letecia. I don't know.
I don't know either. I have a lot of different little theories with that, but anyway. Okay.
All right, here we go.
You ready to get to? Okay.
Let's get to it. We talked about it enough. Let's get to it.
Hey, you're alive.
You're just always busy and working. I didn't want to bother you.
It was only like, yeah, but then you quit trying. It was like,
No, but I knew you. I got moved into population, and when I got moved into population, it's so different here. You only got 4 phones and like 20 people. Yeah, and so.
There's only 4. Oh, so it's less phones or something?
Well, see, remember I went out by myself, so I could always use the phone. You know what I mean?
Oh, now you gotta like share with other people.
Yeah, we only have like 2 working showers that have hot water, and there's like anywhere from 16 to 20 people on your out time, and then four phones that work and 2 don't. You know, so it's just one of those things where you kind of.
You guys just like take turns and stuff.
Yeah, and it was just. Plus, when I got in here, I was so culture shock because it was the first time I got to touch a tablet, and I finally touched a person, you know. So I was stir crazy beyond imagination because I hadn't been around humans, and it was pretty weird. I was freaked out. Like someone went to grab my hand to be like, you know, hey, here, and I was like, what the heck, you know.
Are you doing better now? And do you like it? Do you like being out there better?
I mean, I still only get like, instead of 1 hour, I might get like an hour and a half or 2 because they lock you down for so much. And like, there's negatives, like you can't sleep in here for sure because it's always going to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. There's stuff going on. You know, there's people fighting in their cells. There's people beating up cops, you know, that type of thing. But at least
you have a partner?
No, I can't. I'm no cellmate. I don't get a cellmate. So I'm still by myself, you know what I mean, except on my time out. But I could at least have the radio, you know, and that helps. But they haven't given us any batteries in 2 weeks, so we're about to lose our minds without the radio. Because you can't watch the TV without radio because you can't hear it. Because you have to turn it to a certain station to hear what's going on the TV.
Oh.
So I've been watching The Masked Singer, trying to keep up with it, because I've always liked it. So it was weird, like watching the TV was weird. Like I was
That is, it's crazy. Yeah. You're like a caveman.
I know, and then of course I'd have to see myself on TV all the time, so then it was even more of a shock, you know what I mean?
Wait, you're on TV all the time?
Huh?
You're on TV? Oh, because you're a TV. So.
I know, but I can see
I don't
it
see
now.
on TV.
I mean, it's here. I'm on TV here every week, so.
Yeah, I'm here, over here they don't do that. So
yeah, and then I'm on court TV here every week, so like you can actually see it.
Oh my God.
And so then I just turn my radio to a new station. Yeah, and you know, I'm gonna tell your mom that I thank her and I love her because she was the only one that had confidence in me that knew what I was doing.
Yep, she said she's smart. She knows what she's doing.
And I had to do it right. I had to get case law. I had to prove it was a conflict. I couldn't just be like, oh, you know.
You told me, you're like, I got this. You got it. I had to tell you. Well, you're smart.
Yeah, and so.
Someone posted Harley's freaking address on the internet. I was like, you little bastard.
Well, you know, they did that on purpose, you know, but.
It's annoying.
There's a man greater than that who's got her protected because her mom prays for her every day. So, you know, they just gonna do that on purpose to Harley, and you couldn't expect.
She's doing good. She's doing pretty good though.
Yeah.
Yesterday Sadie ate hand sanitizer and she called me freaking out asking me what to do. I was like, take it to the vet.
Yeah.
Go.
Well, as long as it didn't have alcohol in it, she would have just been sick, or she might have been drunk.
She read me something. I think it was alcohol. She was reading me the percentages and stuff. But I was like, just watch her first. And I was like, well, I should call my mom. My mom knows all that shit. Call my mom. She's like, I'm going to go off. I gotta go. I'm going to go. and then I checked on her and she answered me.
Yeah. They drink hand sanitizer here to get high. So I guess if these people make it. Yeah. Girl, I get to see so much stuff. I sit back and be like, what? I swear to God, Amy, I think I'm high. I literally think I'm high every day in here. Because I'd be like, what the heck?
You should write a book. It'd be pretty fun.
I'm telling you, I've got so much notes about it. And the lady that was beside me has dementia, and she's always cussing at everybody. She calls me a skinny hoe, but then next thing you know, she asks me for Kool-Aid. And then she cusses everybody out. She's racist as heck. She'll be like, I don't know why they got these old white crusty women up in here. They need to wash their stinking ass.
Is she a black lady?
Yeah, and she's 74. And
what did she do?
She just always
she just didn't
fights the cops. Yeah, and she always fights the cops. She'll be like, hit me, you bee, hit me. I'm gonna whip your ass. Hit me.
That's so funny for like an old lady.
I know, she's crazy. She had to come out by herself because she just starts running around the ward mooning people, and then she'll take her clothes off. I mean, it's crazy. They came in here the other night. They came in here the other night and had to restrain her and take her out of here. We ain't seen her since, so they must have moved her. Yeah, I'm telling you, I
maybe they put her in the psych ward.
Yeah, they probably put her where I was at before, because she was over with me before. And then this one girl kicked
maybe they're putting like.
The girl.
Well, you need to be good and don't get beat up.
I don't talk to people. That ain't none of I'm not a fan of theirs. Like, you know, they hate me. So that's good, because then I just don't have to speak to anybody. You know what I mean?
Oh, everybody hates you?
I mean, not. I'm sure, because the news makes it seem like, you know, I'm some monster that I'm not. But I still pray for them every day, and I did a lot of praying, and like.
Do you have anybody in there that like has your back?
No, not really. I don't need anybody. I got Jesus. I put on the armor of God every day.
You need that one person would open up their mind and not just believe everything.
Well, I did have one person I did Bible study with. It's not that some people have my side. They come and tell me in secret, but they come and tell me like, hey, just know I'm cool with you. I believe you, you know, whatever. But because of what I'm affiliated with, I can't be talking. You know what I mean? So I'm like, cool. I'm like, good. I ain't got nothing to do with gangs. Y'all go right ahead.
Do they have them in there?
Oh, God, yeah. Good. Yeah. Then I rode back on the van the other day with the dude.
What are Eduardo's people? You got any people in there?
Any what people?
Protect you. Eduardo got any of his people in there? Protect.
I don't need any protection. I got Jesus. I got the dudes upstairs.
Yeah. I mean, you've made it this long, so.
Yeah, plus still I got the dudes from Charlie. They when they talk to the girls here, they basically say like, "Hey, leave her alone. That's our girl," you know, type of thing. Most people do once they say that. Because I got some of the people that is in E's crew up there.
Who are those guys?
They're affiliated with E. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so they look out for me when it comes to that. I rode back on the van the other day with one, and I wasn't gonna say anything. I just sat there with my mask on. He was like, "Hey," I was like, "Oh God." He was like, "Man, you're gonna be."
Oh, so y'all are still doing math?
Huh? Yo, God, yeah.
Y'all are still doing math. Are y'all getting vaccines?
Yeah. I didn't get it though.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. And then I ended up literally. That's why I told Harley. I was like, Harley, tell your mom to call me. Like, I had pneumonia and I had COVID, and the entire month of April, and like this past Monday was my first day that I worked in a month. I was in the hospital.
Figured y'all
everything. Well, yeah, but no, I was up until then. So then I literally sat in the house all day. I was like, oh, I'm sick, so I really can't do anything. Just talking about it because I literally couldn't leave the house. I couldn't breathe.
And that's
I
pneumonia
couldn't check the first week or two.
I got pneumonia when
we I still have. It sucks. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, why am I having a hard time breathing? Because at the time I felt okay. I was in Ohio and I woke up one morning and I was like, Mom, I'm like, I'm having a hard time breathing. It's weird. But I felt fine, and then it got worse. And then I got a COVID test and they're like, you're negative. And this was right after spring break. So I was like, all right, when I go to school. Well, I got to school Monday and Tuesday, just not feeling good. And then Tuesday, I coughed up a bunch of blood clots right at lunchtime in front of all the children. And they sent me to the hospital. So then when I finally had to get home, I just pretty much had to sit at home. I'm an inhaler still.
Dang.
Like, that's just
Well,
crazy.
get them both together when your system hadn't even healed.
That
then
might
get
have
both.
been worse. Yeah.
Yeah, because you couldn't really fight it off. They gave the shots here to anybody who wanted them, but I didn't sign up for them because I felt like I just needed more time for them to do like corrections and research and stuff, you know?
Yep, you too. I said the same thing. Exactly. Me and my mom were like, no, this thing came around too quick. No. Like,
yeah, then I was telling
how
Harley,
do I
like,
know what's gonna
yeah,
happen
look
down
how
the
long
road?
it took the flu shot. And I was like, you're right. So I'm like,
Did
yeah,
she
we
do
never
it?
took the flu shot. Anyway, yeah, no, she said no. And I was like, yeah, don't.
I never took the flu shot. Oh, 1 year I did, and then I got sick. Then I got the flu.
That's the year I got the flu. So I just kind of was like, some of us girls in here were all saying the same thing. We're like, y'all gonna give it to us right now. Let's just wait till y'all do it like 6 months or something, you know, like till maybe
Why let all these other people do it?
2 or 3 years from now, maybe whenever they've got it like fully done, you know, or something like that. I don't know.
Do I have to do it now? Like now that I already had COVID, do I still have to do it, or no?
You don't have to, but you
Like,
could
can
still
you
get
get
it
COVID again?
again with the strands.
No.
The strands mutate, but I would still wait it out. Your system is going to be good for now because
Yeah, I'm not doing it. No.
Yeah.
So this is going to be like the flu shot. There's probably going to be a new one every year.
Yeah, probably. And it's going to take so long to get the first round called up that shoot, it'll be time for people to get extensions, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I'm just wait.
Yeah, me too. I mean, and if other people in there getting it, and you're really not even around people, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm out around people from outside. Like right now, we got about like 15 people out, but I mean, they make us wear a mask to walk around, and I'm funny. I don't drink after people, and you know, I don't do all that other stuff.
You never did that anyway.
No, I never do that. Someone came the other day to use my spoon and started stirring their coffee, and I was like, no, I'm good. And they were like, I didn't use it in my mouth. I said, I don't care. You put it in your cup. No, I'm good. I'll get another one. And girl, I tasted Jolly Ranchers for the first time. I ate 3 bags. I got so sick. Yeah, I got so sick that I ate the 3 bags in like 2 days. I ate 3 bags, and I was so sick.
Do you need any more money on your like account to get stuff like that?
Well, I had Harley put some last month, so I did that because I can order extra food now. So that's the good thing about it. So I mean, you know, if you get time and you run across some extra, I mean, I won't say no. But
like she'll be able to show us how to do it.
Yeah, and you could never get that video thing to work.
Oh, and I have WebEx or something like that on my phone.
No,
isn't that the thing?
The getting out thing, so I can video chat you.
Yeah, I have to look at it again. I'll tell Harley to send it to me again. She told me, she's like, yeah, you just press the button. I'm like, Harley, nothing's happening when I press the button.
Yeah, because I video chat when I can, and then I video chat one of my friends in North Carolina when I can. But they're the only 2 people signed up for it, which is good because
I'll try to sign up.
Huh?
I'll try to sign up.
Well, there's a bunch of people on there signed up, but I just deny them. Because see, what you have to do is you have to enter in your ID and your social, so it verifies that you're actually who you are. Which so I like it, you know what I mean? So I don't have some random person on there, you know.
Can you like send me the link for it again, or
just go to the app? It's just gettingout.com.
Okay.
That's it. Just gettingout.com.
And then I find your name.
Yeah, and you can download the app. You just find my name, and it'll show you like all the stuff you can do. You have to, because we can't get mail anymore. Everything has to be through the app. Yeah, so I get pictures through the app. I get mail through the app. I can video chat. I can look at the news.
Is it green? Getting out visit? Green?
Yeah, getting out.
Oh, blue. There's a getting. Oh, on the app there's.
You have 1 minute remaining.
On the app, there's what?
One says on the app store. It says getting out social networking, and then getting out visits.
Probably visits. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably visits.
Tell me is what it is.
Okay, hold on. I'll be done then.
All right.
Yeah, so try that
one. Yeah. Okay. And then how will you know if I have it? Just call me again. I'll tell you. I think I got it.
Yeah. And then once you get stood up, it approves you after you send your ID and all that, and I can schedule video chats with you. And it's just like being on
Okay.
FaceTime.
Oh, you can schedule it. Cool. Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
we used to be able to do it like right then without having to schedule, but people were taking advantage of it and like staying on it for 6 hours. So now you have to schedule.
Do you know my phone or PIN?
See what?
Do I have a phone or a PIN? Do you have a PIN number?
It's your GTL stuff that you log in for your phone. It's the same people that your phone is with.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Got it.
So you use that.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later, girl.
Okay.
Thank you for using Global Tellink.
Is it just me, or was that even more like blah, 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 blah? It sounded like a bunch of chickens? Maybe every once in a while, like a turkey. Huh?
It's not just you.
Okay, I thought it might just be me because
Not just you.
all I heard was and then every once in a while, like a turkey. It was just,
Exactly.
it was just too much. The highlight of the whole call was the chat. Nadine and I are on the same page. We don't give a rat's fat kneecap if it was Jax Teller on the other side of that toilet. We were not going to be sticking our face, a head, nothing into a toilet to talk to no dude, period. At all.
Yeah, same here. Same here. Well, I mean, for one, when she answers the call and she's like, "You're alive," and Amy sounds sick or something, but it was just kind of like startling at first. But I think that Tisha quit calling her because Amy asked a lot of questions and she doesn't always have the answers. You know what I mean? She was trying to get through that hearing and stuff. Now that it's done, she's called her.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. That is a good point. She just, I don't know. And the talking, I love how Letecia knows nothing but acts like she's the authority on all the things. Like she acts like she's the Encyclopedia Britannica of the jail. Okay, the Strand, it's strain is what you're trying to say, and she's talking about the vid, which is a virus. And class, can viruses be cured?
Well, I mean, I guess they can, but
no, they cannot. The symptoms can be cured. So what would be the point of giving you the flu is a virus, right? And if you get a flu shot, can you still get the flu?
You can't get an antibiotic. Yes, you can't. You can't treat it with antibiotics and stuff like you can.
Correct. You cannot cure a virus. You can abate the symptoms, but it's like a cold. A cold is a virus. All you treat when you treat a cold is like your stuffy nose, the fever, stuff like that. But the cold has to run its course. It's the same way with this other thing. Every time there's a new strain, they had to add it. And all it does is build immunity into your system so that should you be exposed and catch it, it won't be as bad. It decreases the severity. That's it. Can't be cured. And yes,
well, not this one.
True Crime Junkie, the OG, herpes is a virus. What'd you say, Allie?
Some viruses can, or at least, some viruses, just not the COVID. You know what I mean? Or am I not supposed to say that? I'm sorry. I don't know. I think that's just
I say
paranoia,
the vid because I never know how the tubes is going to react to it. So I just say the vid.
I'm sorry, Bendy.
It has to just go through your system. I mean, it has to work, but bottom line is, it's the fact that she speaks with such authority on subjects that she has zero knowledge of. That's what irritates the shit out of me. Just like when she was trying to do the math with Harley about the poverty line and interest rates and FAFSA and all this. Shut up, Tisha. Just shut up. Which don't really shut up. Keep talking because but whatever. It's annoying.
Because we're listening.
Yes.
I'm Bentley and they're coughing.
He's coughing. Is he okay?
Yeah.
Do you need to go? All right. We just have a little quickie one left. It's like 9 minutes of a call. So let's just get through that.
Is it right?
What?
Is it right after that one or like
No,
directly
this
after,
is the
right?
next one. This is the last one.
I know, but it's directly after the one we just, like the time after the one we just heard. It took place directly after. Okay.
Well, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes after. One was at 10:23. So that's 22 minutes. 22 minutes later.
Perfect.
All right, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
I did it.
Oh, you got the app work?
They set up a visit for 6 o'clock your time, 8 o'clock my time tomorrow, but I got to figure out how to add money to it.
Okay. All right. So wait. So let me see. You have to do it on my out time. So let me see when I have that out time again.
Are you allowed to set it up, or do
Yeah. No, I can do. I send them on my out time. Okay, I'll just send it to you whenever I have out time. So you go back to work on Monday, right?
Yeah. So
what time do you get out of work?
I get out of work at like 3:30. I'm in the car driving home. 4 to 6 Tuesday, Thursday I do tutoring, and then every other day I just come home after school.
Okay. I'll look at the schedule because ours rotates every day. Like today we're 8 to 11. Tomorrow we're 11 to 2. Like on and on and on. And
Yeah. So pick one of those days like that. It's the afternoon. You set it up, and then what? Do I accept it? Like, will it tell me? Like, hey, and set you up?
Yes. And so what you do is you just add money to your account because it's a different account than your phone account, even though it's the same people. Even though it's the same people.
Yeah, it's like click every button on the app. But
it's actually cheaper. The video visits are cheaper than phone.
Video's cheaper than phone?
Yes. 15 minutes is only $3.75 on video.
Yep, I saw that. Yeah.
And so, so you just add it onto your phone account, or you can transfer it to my account. Either way, but put it on your account, and then it just comes right out of yours, and then the visit is $3.75 or whatever. And you can actually see, the person, and it's just like a FaceTime. But anyway, I just wanted to call you back to tell you to tell Mom happy Mother's Day, and thank you for being the one to believe in me, because I told her I got it, and she believed me.
I'll tell her. She'll love to hear it.
So Wednesday they'll actually officially appoint him as my attorney, but
who is?
My new attorney already know who it is, but they'll officially appoint them on Wednesday. So.
Oh, like you like who it is? Like you're okay with it?
Yeah. I already knew. I knew that day, pretty much.
Okay, good.
Yeah. I knew. So it's a private attorney instead of a public defender.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And then do you have to pay for it?
No. So my investigator will be the same. The girl that came in, the one that's been helping me do everything.
Katie Carlisle?
No, this is Caitlin.
Okay.
She's my Picard or something like that. It's listed online who she is. She's my investigator, but she's the one who's been coming to help me with everything. And she was the one that helped me get all the evidence and everything like that. So she's really good, and she's gonna fly to Mexico so she can talk to E and stuff like that. So she's gonna be staying on, but it'd just be paid for out of the private account instead of the public defender's account, because there was true conflict. And I couldn't just be like, oh, I don't like them, whatever. I had to have like case law, true information.
So that's why you needed the law library.
Yeah, and they made a big deal about me not going. Okay, so they gave me a tablet. On the tablet, we have law library. So why did I need to go to the law library when I already had it on the tablet? So they just made that be something that it wasn't, just because that's just what they had to do. And I'm just sitting there like, well, because they wanted me to go at 2:30 in the morning. And I was like, man, I got to be asleep. It's the only time you can sleep in here is from like 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. So I was like, no, I got to sleep. I'm already stirred crazy when I don't sleep.
I bet they're trying to take her in the middle of the night.
I mean, and the thing about it is like, you can't function. Your brain is not like operating enough to like do what you need to do, And so I was like, forget it. So Caitlin started coming in, and she got everything on a hard drive, and so she would just help me I told her, here's what I want to do. Bam, 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 bam. She said, all right, let's get started. And we accomplished more. I accomplished more in the 3 or 4 weeks than I ever did. So that's what just tells you getting people. Because she was actually here in person, you know what I'm saying? And so it's actually to speak to people without, you know, in privacy, without, you know, people listening or, you know, that kind of thing. And so I just had to do it the right way. It just took me through the process of doing that, but I had to do it the right way. So, because I couldn't just go in there and tell Judge Bain, like, I don't like them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I told her what they did to me about the Black Lives Matter event, all kinds of stuff.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, that was bad. Like, I was on the phone one day telling Harley, I was like, hey, I said, you know, remember that stuff that was going on in the Black Lives Matter with Melissa and them, right? Remember that? When she had them going out of town.
Oh yeah, going to the route. Yes, she was taking that. Yeah.
So I was telling Harley, like, that's dangerous. Don't be a part of this. I understand you have friends who are mixed, and that's fine. I'm not trying to tell you, you know, those kids have always been in my house. I've never had a problem, and they're mixed. You know, I'm glad. We are not a racist country. We just have some racist people in this country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was telling her it's not safe. Don't be there, whatever. And so Katie fussed me out about it. And I was like, what do you mean? I'm a parent at the end of the day. I don't care about any of this. You can take everything from me, but you can't take my salvation in Jesus, and you can't take the fact that I'm a parent. And so I said, so I'm going to tell her what I think is right. So then she got mad at me and showed up in a Black Lives Matter shirt.
What?
I mean, it was just so unprofessional.
Yeah, you're not racist at all. You're Native American. I know,
I'm sitting there like, but it was just the point, like, and then the religious thing, she tried to tell me, like, you know, there was some stuff went on with religious stuff, and she tried to talk about my God. And then when she done that, that was it. You know, I ain't gonna let anybody talk about my God. Yeah,
I learned my lesson there.
That ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they could choose what they want to do, but you ain't gonna tell me, you know, something about my God that I'm doing. You do what you want to do. People want to be atheists, be atheists. They want to be Catholic, but don't come and tell me that I'm not gonna do something with my God. You know, and so. It just got, and there was more to it than that. That was just simple stuff. There was a lot of case law to it than that. You know, I guess they retracted that from online so people couldn't see it. But, and you know, once I got those other people, I was able to talk to the jail about like, hey, I can't listen to attorneys if you strap me on the telephone, you know what I mean? And like, then they started helping me. They started being like, all right, you can go to your visits without it, and like all kinds of stuff. So that's something that they could have already done. They could have talked to the jail about that, but they refused to. And it was making me worse mentally from the stress. I was going so stir crazy from the stress of it, you know? Like
the whole thing being in a cell basically by yourself alone for a year, I think anybody would have went crazy.
It heightens it. You put anybody in here, let me tell you what, I put you in here for 90 days straight, you would be already apeshit crazy.
That's why I was like, well, when she starts talking crazy, I mean, who knows what the hell they're doing? I mean, I'd be crazy in a week, I bet. Like,
I know. And that's what some people don't get, but you let them sit there. And then on top of that, I play cards with myself, talk to myself. Then there's people in my cell that become real people. You know what I mean? because I'm never around people. Then I start thinking there's bombs being planted and like all these crazy shit, you know. And it just, it's like, woo, Lord help me. You know what I mean? But anyway. All right, I just wanted to call you back to tell you that, and I love you guys, and tell everyone hello. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day from Steeler and Doggy Heaven.
I know, my boy. Well, I got Remy now, so
I know. You'll do fine. All right, and tell Steve, I was about to say tell John. I'm losing my mind. I'm forgetful. Tell John. I mean, God knows. Stevie fellow. All right, I'll talk to you later, okay? I'll get the video visit sent to you. All right, bye, girl.
Awesome. Bye.
Well, there you have it. I just would like to give a little advice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And I'll tell Amy my message.
If you have to start a conversation about race out with "I'm not a racist," shut the fuck up. Okay? Just probably don't talk about it then. It's one of those things.
Amy B.
Like being smart. You don't announce
delay.
You don't announce people to people that you're smart, right? So if you're not a racist, you're not a racist. You don't have to announce it. Just saying. All right, go ahead. Sorry, Allie.
I'm so sorry, it's me. It's the delay. Like every time when you would pause, I would think it's done, but then like we'll talk at the same time and I'll hear the delay. But anyways, I'm sorry. So I just wanted to tell Amy B that you can be Native American and racist. You can be black and you can be literally black and racist towards black people. Some people have self-hate. You can be white and racist towards white people and hate your, like, that's just the truth. You can, like, it doesn't, I don't know.
It's possible to, yes, it is possible to be racist regardless of your ethnicity. Yeah, shut up, Letecia.
If you're
Just
Native American, that doesn't mean you're not racist. Come on.
Just shut up, Letecia. Just stop. Just stop right there. Just stop. You don't have a good, you don't have a good track record of shit that's come out of your mouth. But yes, yes, this is an important, you can announce you fashion. Yes, Zeke is mom. Absolutely. You should always announce that you're fashion, because just showing up in your apparel is not enough. You should announce that you're fashion.
I just hate when people are like, I'm not racist, I'm Native American, or I'm not racist. I can be racist. I have a mixed sister-in-law or mixed niece or whatever. It's like, no, you are racist. I'm sorry, but they say some of the most racist stuff. Let's be real. Letecia, Brenda, like, but it doesn't make sense to me when people say that, and it's just like, I don't know, it's ridiculous. Anyway.
It is, yeah. Leticia's, it's, yeah. And I cited case law. Did you cite it correctly? I mean, I think at this point, she's just ridiculous. She's absolutely ridiculous. And she talked about E again. There's something interesting that I noticed and I had forgotten about. She hasn't really mentioned E all that much this month. Now, granted, we're only into the 8th of May, but there's been a lot of calls between the 1st of May and the 8th of May. And that story seems to have that plot arc has gone nowhere. And it's interesting to me who she chooses to speak about, E2. Mainly Amy B and Amy L. Everybody else, she kind of doesn't bring that up because I'm pretty sure they see right through that shit. It is what it is. She's just absolutely ridiculous. She's absolutely, and nobody is even asking her, which I think is hilarious too, just out of curiosity, hey, what happened to that, $11 billion you were supposed to get for keeping your mouth shut, even though you're telling us all about the money you're getting from keeping your mouth shut, which is not actually keeping your mouth shut, but whatever. What happened to that? Nobody asks her about that. Oh,
Yeah, I think she's scared. I think really that's with the Amy thing, why she didn't call her for a while, because Amy asked a little bit many questions and she's worried about that. Katrina starts pushing a little bit. She likes to talk to the people that just like baby her or pacify her and make her, don't question her too much, don't push her too much. Look, Shane said, where are the shut up Tisha? And there's a delay t-shirts already, guys. We'll rock them for sure.
We do need to make those. Shut up Tisha.
I know, it's funny.
I'm on a delay. One of the
There
things
is one
also there, we do need to, we do have one. I will say this too about who she chooses to, talk to and stuff, and babying her. It's interesting to me because the first person that she really, really showed her crazy hand to was Aunt Katrina, right? And and the irony of it is Aunt Katrina bought it, which is why she is cut off. See, because when she was, saying the Voltaire stuff, and then she was talking about the situation with E, although she didn't name E at that time. It was just these people, and she was going to have to do some bad things or whatever, right? And she's telling Aunt Katrina this, and that's who she started the story with. That's when she first told this story. And Aunt Katrina, who had permission to speak to her attorneys, told her attorneys, and her attorneys interfered. And then what happened to Aunt Katrina? No more. It's interesting.
Yeah, but she
to
did
me.
start pushing at the end, like if you remember, and I think it was like when we got the June 2020 calls, Aunt Katrina was literally crying over what was happening to Tisha. So it was Aunt Brenda over the claims. By the end of it, with Aunt Katrina and Tisha, she was not like that anymore. She wasn't buying her shit at all. Do you remember when Tisha would start to talk crazy? She'd be like, she would just like not feed into it at all, and she'd be like, okay, like she, instead of how the others would do. Remember?
In June or at the end of 2020 when she cut her off?
At the end when she cut her off, like by the end of it, when Tisha would start to talk into crazy stuff, and Katrina would be like, okay, you know what I mean? She would sound so like disinterested and bored, and she wouldn't feed into it.
She wouldn't feed into it. You are correct. But she did, according to Letecia anyway, contact the attorneys. And that was the big deal. Because
I wonder if she thought she was lying, though. You know what I mean? Or trying to push on her.
Well, I think I don't think it was the crazy part. I think what Katrina was worried about is that phone call between the two of them when she said, when Letecia said, I'm going to have to do something in order to get this money. How'd she put it? Some not so good things or thing, I think is what she said. And to get this money. Because this is, part of the, I guess the cartel settlement fund. I don't know what the fuck she's just making shit up, but I think that's what it had to do with. And I think that's when Katrina was like, wait a minute, pump the brakes. You're already down for murder. Now you're talking about doing some other, fuck shit. I'm going to talk to the attorneys and see what's going on. So I think I think she bought that, or was at least concerned about that part,
Yeah, I think she knew she was full of shit, and she was fed up with it. And at first, she was really scared for her. That was sad, like listening to them
part
like
was sad.
And I just think at the end, she was like, okay, enough is enough of this. Like, let's get to the bottom of it. This is getting ridiculous. Yeah, cartel, freaking vampires, all kinds of craziness happening. No. But.
Got cereal, ain't got no milk. Look at Nadine. MK, she ain't never got two things that match. She got peanut butter, no jelly, ham, no burger. Damn. Got cereal, ain't got no milk. Got Kool-Aid, ain't got sugar. I do love some Friday.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I'm going to let you guys go for tonight. We'll be over on Allie's tomorrow with more calls. We'll have to work out our schedules. I'm still working on something for Sebastian. I have a vision in my brain, but I'm having a little bit of a difficult time getting it to come to fruition, but it won't take long. I'll figure it out. I have it all put together. It's just one little element that I really think would be impactful and important, and I want to put that in the video. Oh, Megsy, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Good. I'm glad you didn't have to go back there once. Yay, Megs. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate that, babe. Very, very generous. All right. So I will see you guys tomorrow over on Allie's channel. Thank you guys all for being here. It was a fantastic conversation with you. Thank you, Allie, always for being here. And I appreciate all of you and love you, and I will see y'all later. Bye.